Welcome back to Talk Pittsburgh. Thank you for spending your afternoon with us.
Ahead this half hour, as AI becomes part of everyday life, more people are turning to it for medical answers. But a chatbot is not a doctor.
Yeah, ahead this Wellness Wednesday, Dr. Natalie Gentili breaks down where AI can help your health and when it could lead you in the wrong direction.
And she encouraged all of us to put our records on and let our hair down. Corinne Bailey Rae is in the house to share more about her anniversary tour and her new book. But first, let's get into some good news that has us talking, although that's pretty good news.
Yeah,
I think. A rent-to-own housing company is expanding into Western PA. Ladder Up Housing helps people become mortgage ready by allowing them to rent and eventually buy the home they're living in. According to reporting from Axios, Ladder Up buys, renovates, and then works with renters to improve their credit and finances so they can make that purchase. Pittsburgh's Richard King Mellon Foundation invested in Ladder Up to help serve low to moderate income families in Allegheny and Westmoreland counties.
Wow, that's really important. And one of the biggest country stars is coming to Acrisure Stadium this weekend. Morgan Wallen, famous for his signature mullet and fusing country with Southern rock, and hits like Whiskey Glasses and Last Night. Wallen's Still the Problem tour kicks off this Friday and Saturday nights. And now she's bringing that magic to the stage tonight at the Roxanne as part of her anniversary tour, and we're lucky enough to have her here first. Give it up for Grammy Award winner Corinne Bailey Rae. We're so honored to have you here with us. Now, you're returning to Pittsburgh. You've been here before. We love that. This is part of your 20th anniversary debut album tour. Tell us what it's like to be back in Pittsburgh and what people can expect to hear tonight.
It's great to be back in Pittsburgh. You know, we rolled in this morning from the tour bus. We were in DC last night. The tour is a celebration of my first record. So obviously I played it in its entirety in 2006. But since then, I haven't played all the songs. You know, I play some here and some there. So this is the first time, and the last time probably, that I'm going to be celebrating my first record, playing every single song for the first record, and helping people to kind of catch back up with that
last
music.
time. Oh.
But the album in its entirety, you know, I just saw this video on social media about how, you know, with the invention of Spotify and all these streaming services, we can cherry pick what songs we want to listen to, but records really are meant to be listened from beginning to end to hear that full story.
I think a record is exactly that. It's a record of where the artist was in that moment.
Yeah.
And those songs were songs that came out of, you know, my background, my family, my years waitressing, you know, my studying English literature, being in a rock band, all of those things came together to make that record, and they were that moment. And I feel like when I'm playing them, they're teaching me so many new things about my life now, so it feels really positive to be honoring my past and thinking about the present too.
Oh, on that note, did you think, 20 years later, that those songs would still be resonating with people today?
I didn't think ahead like that. You know, I was just in my 20s. We made the album in a basement studio under an artist center, and I never really knew the effect it would have. So I'm just overjoyed that it takes me all around the world now.
I mean, can we just pause for our 20s?
I know.
I mean, can you remember?
So
self-exploration and so much fun and beautiful mistakes and all the fun that we had. You know, we were talking and obviously bopping to Put Your Records On, and I love that it actually inspired a new chapter for you, quite literally, in writing a book. This is so wonderful. Tell us about this.
Thank you. Well, I have young children. I'm often telling them stories, and I wanted to write about this character Bee, discovering her great aunt Portia's record collection. You know, she goes up into the attic. She's never been up there before and sees all these rows and rows of packets. She doesn't know what they are. And they're the story of Portia's life. I wanted Bee to know, and for children to know, that for every emotion you ever go through, there is a song. And that finding a new song is like finding a new friend.
Oh, did you ever see yourself writing a children's book?
I really liked writing when I was younger. You know, I love writing stories. I like to write poetry. I like the way that you can describe characters, you know, that you can put ideas together. And so this has really been a dream come true, putting together this book.
You know, as I was flipping through these pages, the illustrations are beautiful, but you even mentioned, because I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, look how beautiful. Portia has this beautiful, like, shawl overcoat, and as it goes on, she becomes more and more magical, and it becomes more, I mean, look at it towards the end of the book, and you just see her coming alive in this new way.
I absolutely love that. You know, we have songs that we share with young people, and they get to realize these vast musical worlds that we have inside ourselves. You know, it's a real bridge between generations sharing music.
Yeah, and speaking of Put Your Records On, it just reached 1 billion streams. What a milestone!
Just as I was flying in for my tour, I got that information. Yeah, I mean, that's so incredible to think of that many people all over the world tuning into that song, and hopefully they feel the same thing I do. They feel empowered, they feel like they want to be themselves, they feel full of joy. That's what I think about when I play that song, you know, to this day.
Do you have a favorite song from, I mean, because I think that people think of that song, we know it, I mean, everybody could sing it, but do you have a favorite song on that album that you'll be performing tonight?
Well, all of those songs are my favorites. You know, I write lots of songs and they don't always make it to the recording studio, and if they do, some of them aren't exactly right. But with that song, with that whole album, I wanted to make this balance. You know, it has some sadness in there, it has some joy, it has some struggle, it has some hope. You know, I wanted to make this kind of recipe. And when we play the songs, I'm so grateful that we start an introduction and people just cheer, you know. Or last night, someone, the whole audience sang the second verse of Till It Happens to You. And I thought, gosh, they know this inside and out. I just feel like, you know, I wanted to honor that record. I wanted to play all the songs. I know if people shout out that they want this one or that one, that they're on the set list, you know, this tonight.
Yeah, people just relate so much to your music, and it's just everyday life. And I love you for that, and thank you for being here.
I know.
Thank you for having me.
You exude this positive energy. Just sharing a couch with you, I can feel it. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
You can catch Corinne performing tonight at the Roxy Theater. We'll have more information about the concert and her new book, too. You got to check that out on our website.
All right, still to come on Talk Pittsburgh, we're checking in with Barry Pintar in the newsroom for your first look at the KDKA Evening News.
Plus, more and more people are asking AI chatbots for expert advice, but are they trustworthy? For Wellness Wednesday, Dr. Natalie Gentili shares when to ask AI about your health and when to beware the red flags. We'll be right back.